Okay, everyone, and welcome to the last week. I took a mesh from one of you guys to actually, made an example and show an illustration of what is going on for the last week and what you need to do. Okay, now it was very important for you guys to put a shaker on your mesh, so all the pieces, are fairly the same size and not stretched too much. Okay, that one is pretty well done. There's a couple places where you can increase a little bit. That has to do the quality of it. So now you basically, let me turn that off so we can see it properly right here. Okay, now let me you need to be in 0 to 1, so let me put it back right here. What does it mean? It means that the only quadrant out of the 4 quadrants and all the space that you have in UV texture editor to put your UV map and texture it so the game engine sees it is right here. 0 is here, that's +1. 0 is here, that's +1. So this is a positive world, Maya, and the rest of the game engine works in a positive world for that. Okay, so we do not use that just for alignment. Now it's hard to see right now, so I'm going to take the color out, and that should be just center right here. This is very well done. I like it very much too. The thing is, I think it can be optimized a little bit better, so we have some space, for example, for the head. The head needs to be in the same position, in the same than the others. So maybe we can grab those UV, oops, sorry, not that one, those UV here, and move them right here, and then we'll adjust stuff. We might even scale it down a little bit for now, so you can, right here, just for now. And then like that, you start moving things a little bit, making it a little bit smaller maybe, so you can have space for the head right here. Okay. Now when you let out all UVs, that means all the UVs needs to be in the same. So that means if you select your characters, bing, they all appear in that rectangle and nothing in that square and nothing else. Okay, and nothing around, and it's missing nothing. Okay, when you're done with that, it's pretty simple. You just go to the polygon, all right, and you do a UV snapshot. Because you're doing a full character, it's gotta be fairly big, at least 1024 by 1024. All right, at least that. So let's do that. 1024 by 1024. I'll go maybe 2048 if you really want a lot of detail. Okay, now make it, put it in the project, whatever. So I call UVs, and usually I do UV 1024 10, and it's 1024. It's got to be a power of 2. All right, and I'm going to take it a square power of 2 this time. Okay, I'll save that. And basically you want to change also the core value is good, anti-aliasing is very important, keep aspect ratio is very important, image format you want to change that, and that's the only time I'll tell you to use a ping, because then you can have the transparency of the black and white and it works. Make sure the UV range still 0 to 1 and you click OK. Alright, now you're done right here pretty much. You can actually even get rid of the shaker now if it bothers you. Alright, you don't have to have it anymore. Okay, so you can change it and you can put a file already. Okay, your file will be black for now because you don't have anything, so your character is going to look, a lot of things would look black. Okay, but let me just select the character and applied a new blend shader. Okay, so we have a complete new shader to it and we can do whatever we want for. Okay, now you saved your UV map, you got to go in Photoshop and basically paint it. Okay, and so we'll talk about the head unwrapping like that. It's the same for, the head texturing, it's the same for all the textures obviously, because you get in one place. So now that's what we just did. I just showed you that. So now you'll be in Photoshop basically. Alright, let's go that one. The first thing first is that very often, and for the head I do that if I don't have a picture of it, I do a seamless texture. Alright, seamless textures works very well for every part of the body if you don't have an actual texture already done. So like that, it's very seamless all around to the seam, and then you go in and you can actually start painting details, but you'll know it'll be seamless like that where the seam is. As you can see, it's very seamless. There's not even a stretching right here. Okay, so that's the first thing I do usually. All right, and then I have parts. All right, so those are done out of pictures. all right? But you can paint them. This is where painting it gets very efficient, and that depends on what type of character you did. If you have picture of your orthographic viewport, you know, from your 3D Virtual Studio, I mean, then you're good to go. That's why I told you to get good pictures or good drawings and do one by one. So you model it out of the really good pictures or drawings, and then you're going to use those good pictures and drawing to actually apply it directly. Okay, and so then after that, you just apply the parts one after the others. You know, you have on the top layer in Photoshop the layer of the UV map, and under it you just create, you know, your color map, basically one after the others. You just put all the pieces one after the others. That will give you that. All right, and then you just blend them in properly using the clone. All right, that gives you this. All right, and you can add things. Obviously, I've added a bear after that. All right, and different maps also. You got the lectures for all the maps for this week, and they're right here. And you need to have spec, color, and at least bump or normal, which is the next one, for your model. Okay, it's very important you have multiple maps this time. The color map goes into the color channel, aka diffuse. The specular go into the specular channel of it, and the normal or bump go to normal. So if I go to the shader right here, the color goes into the color right here. You click here, you select a file. So that's why it turns black, because there's no file right now. Okay, now if you go, you want speculars are right here, and actually I wouldn't do Boolean, I would do a font more. Alright, and so the color right here, and the normal map and bump maps are the same positioning right here. Okay, your specular will be right here. Play with that. Specular colors, reflected colors, put them right here in the file. Okay, now the bump and the normal will be right here in the bump map. The thing is that if you put a normal, anything in a normal, okay, like I'll put just a shaker for example, so we'll have some fun. Okay, now what it's simple, you see, we can actually see the effect, but as a bump right now. Okay, now, and you have multiple depth or not, just do it. Okay, or the inverse. Okay, now let's tell you that. Now if you use a bump map, you keep it as a bump. If you use a normal, you're gonna change it. All right, that's very important. Okay, you'll see right now it's a black and white thing, so that's not gonna work. Okay, it works only with the bump that is black and white, and normals are colors. You'll see, but it will work. Okay, so you tangent space basically right here. That's what you choose. Okay, let's go back to our stuff. So you add the normal after that, and the normal you are going to want to get something called crazybump.com. Crazy Bump is the software. Crazy and Bump, CRAZYBUMP, and it's a free software. I mean, it's a free demo software for like a month. Download it, and you just put your color map into it, and it's extremely simple. Just click on a button, and you will get all the colors: map, specular, bump, normal. You get all the maps needed. Just save them all out, and then just plug them into Maya, and you're good to go. You know, and with the normal like that, you see I got wrinkles and stuff. Look at the end, we can actually see the wrinkles. All right, it just really increased stuff. There's no seam. It's a very, very good process to do it this way. So you do that process for the whole body. All right, same thing. There's no difference whatsoever. Okay. Now there is another technique. After you unwrapped it like that, you can also just use a picture and just stuff it on it. All right, just put it on it like a sticker, basically. The thing is, you have to create that picture out of 3 other pictures, or at least 2, a side and a front orthographic. All right, so it's very simple, just like that. So you have your front orthographic. It's mainly done for photos, as you can see. So not like hand painting or anything like that, but it's possible with hand painting too. So you got your front. You put your side, and you can use the same side on both. Just reverse it. Okay, put them aligned with the features. All right, as much as possible, right here, and then clone your way. That's it. Just clone your way completely. All right, get rid of the eyes if you can, and that's pretty much it. And you're done. You're good to go after that. Just apply it properly. All right, and that's it. After that, you're good to go. All right, make sure it doesn't go past, and stay nice and square like that. Be careful with the nice and square like that, though it might get stretching on the side. Okay, so that's another technique if you want to use that one. And of course, you have the original technique of just the front planner and unwrapping as usual, and then just hand painting. Okay, as you can see right here, this is the hand painting situation. All right, there's a video already about that, so you're good to go on that one. Okay. Now, if you don't get crazy bump, you can get from, so go to the NVIDIA website and just type normal mapping Photoshop plugin. All right, and it's free, and you will get a plugin for your Photoshop. We don't have it at ASU. I'm going to ask them to put it on this over the summer. So the NVIDIA plugin for normal mapping in Photoshop will let you basically do your normal map in Photoshop, and then you apply them in Maya. There's a video right there that I did to show you guys how to do that. It's very important you do it. Okay, so let's recap. So you basically have all your UV done by yesterday. Okay, so you're ready to go. You just export that UV map, PNG, bring it into Photoshop, and then start painting on different layers all your map, your color map, obviously. As soon as you get your color map and you're done, put it back in Maya and adjust your UVs a little bit, to make sure it fits perfectly. All right. As soon as you have your color map completely perfectly fit, and that shouldn't be too hard. The painting is the longest time. Then use Photoshop to do your specular and your normal mapping or bump map if you need to, or if you can, it's a lot easier for you, use Crazy Bump and just drop your color map into it and save as all the different maps and just apply them in Maya, and you're good to go. That's all it gets down to it. All right, I know it was a lot of work for 6 weeks, but you're all there. You did very good. Now it's time to finish it up by painting it. That's why I made you paint quite a bit in the first class. All right, take it easy and don't hesitate to email me or directly if you have any problem. Thank you. Yeah, and all your last project that was due yesterday will be graded by tomorrow. All right, give me a couple hours and so forth. I'd like to make a really in-depth grading for you guys and nice videos. Okay, so for the final one, I think it'll be even better. Okay, take it easy, everyone.